or so-called spiritual people want to fight other spiritual people because I'm king of the castle, get down you dirty rascal kind of thing holds strong in Kali Yuga. But the good news is that due to the advent of one very special avatar, that means someone who comes from the spiritual world, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that there is going to be, in this dark age of Kali Yuga, a golden age for 10,000 years. So this has been predicted in Shastra, in the holy books, and it's coming. You can actually see, even though there is so much nonsense going on, you can also see there's some very, very serious, committed spiritual people on the planet now trying to work for a change not only in the way in which the buses run, or the tubes run, or whatever the governmental plans there are for each and every one of us from on high. There are changes to change people's hearts, and this wonderful process and program has been brought about by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And one of the essential things that will bring the changes is everybody likes to have a summer dance, don't they, at Christmas? The families get together. When I was born in the East End, there was still, in those days, a piano in everybody's house. And everybody used to have all these songs. Roll out the barrel, we'll have a barrel of fun. All these songs, And there were some, war songs because the war hadn't long ended. And there were this songs and that songs. But there are basic songs about community and about people's lives and about how they overcame, or each culture has these songs. So even them, and everybody used to do, knees up Mother Brown, knees up Mother Brown, under the table you must go, E-I-E-I-E-I. It's these terrible songs. But these were the songs that we kind of were brought up with. And it brought everybody together. And they used to have street parties. And the door was always open. When I was a kid, we didn't have a lock on our front door or our back door. And we weren't like we were living in the country away from hundreds of people. There was loads of people next door to us. But there wasn't so much crime. People still had a sense of community, and that they owed it to their community, not to rob them blind, not to do this and do that. But as we're losing our sense of community, so it's becoming more and more impersonal. Pretty much, you're a rare person if you haven't been robbed or your house hasn't been broken into. So, and also a lot of community stuff has gone. So then we started to have our community in the discos and in the concerts where everybody sings the songs that they've heard on the radio. They dance together. So community is kind of loosely takes place there. And but it can never really take you that high. You might find a girl you love or a boy you love there. It may or may not last. But basically, as I remember in the communities, there was more bouncers and security men on the door than there sometimes were on the dance floor. Because people generally, when they get into those situations, they get into fights. So we like to sing, we like to dance, but we want to be in the community. So this is Krishna consciousness is the perfect opportunity to do that. Because we sing and we dance, and but we don't fight. Well, we try not to. And if we have a mood to fight before we sing and we dance, at the end of it we don't feel like it, because the holy names of God, as we sing them, have melted the hardness on the heart, and helped us to understand that we are Atman, that we are amazing, that we are beautiful, that we love, that we care, that we are sensitive. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, 500 years ago, came to start this movement, with great difficulty actually. It wasn't a walk in the park for him. Even though, of course, he's God, everything is a walk in the park for him. But he had to some or other tame the crazy characters. Even in India at that time, there's plenty of people who were, even though it's the land of love, so to speak, plenty of people who were off the map in terms philosophically and culturally. Because Kali Yuga, the age that we're in, it melts away, dissolves the good qualities of people very, very quickly. So how do we say we should do? By chanting God's names, we can actually get off this material concept of ourselves and become beautiful again, become wonderful again, become loving again. So in Chaitanya Bhagavat, which is one of the books written about his life, his biography, it says that the Maha Mantra is the mantra that we should chant. Not that that's the only mantra that we ever chant, but that mantra, Hare Krishna, you see it up there, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Have you heard of it before? Yeah. Okay. So we chant that. And best of all, if we chant it together, it makes it very, very nice sound, and also it creates this strength that comes. There's a beauty and a potency and a magic that happens when people chant together. So this is called Sankirtan. So this is the process by which we can have that community spirit together again. So people think, oh, they're a bit nuts, they're a bit mad, and I also thought like that when I saw the devotees on the street chanting. I thought, something in my heart said straight away, oh yes, these people are special and they're doing something special. But how does it relate to me? You know, how do I reach to that? How do I communicate with that? I couldn't understand, and I thought it was I was not able to reach to it, and I couldn't see how it was able to reach to me. I knew in my mind, as soon as I saw him, in a very second, the soul knows something special here. But how to connect with that? How does it relate to me? What do I do with it? That's not so easy to understand. So somewhere other, bit by bit, we continue on with this chanting process because it begins to soften the heart, and as people start to get a bit more used to it, they may start to, their heart becomes a bit more favourable. Like when I've started a program at my own house, after I became a devotee after a few years, or trying to be a devotee at least, we used to go distribute books door to door. We used to go chanting into Romford, which is the main town where we live nearby. We had a program at my house. And when we used to go, I was saying on Sunday when we were doing the talk about the ISKCON Redbridge, that Krishna didn't want you to go, I was trying to hold you back. Hare Krishna. So when we first went, we used to go into the marketplace, and in the marketplace there were all these EastEnder type stall holders, you know, and Essex stall holders, a bit rough. You know, hello darling, £3 a bunches for this or that, £1 a pound, and all that stuff, you know, they go on. And they used to throw stuff at us. Used to throw fruit and hit us on the head with stuff, you know. First of all, but after a few months, or maybe it was years, I'm not sure how long, but eventually they really started to like us and tolerate us. And if we were late, they'd go, oi, what's going on? It's 12:30, you should be here at 12, you normally go at 12. And they really softened, you know. So slowly, bit by bit, we are trying to show people, in whatever way we can, that there is an alternative. Okay, we dress like this, but they actually dress, they don't have tight jeans and, you know, miniskirts in the spiritual world, actually, they don't. They have